Hello and welcome back to the channel, and this is your residential English teacher who's trying to teach you something that you might have missed in high school English. We're here to plug all the holes for you. And today we're going to cover one of the most important daily writing habits that you can do to improve the way you think, because writing is the highest form of thinking, to improve the way you speak, because as you write better, automatically you start to speak better. And of course, to turn you into that person who can just have an idea and write a paragraph about it, and it reads great. And the reason why I'm making today's video is because recently I've received a very touching email from a young man named Sean. So Sean in this email is a high school student who recently entered an essay competition, but when he's trying to sit down to write that essay, self-doubt started to eat away his word facilities. He has great ideas, but he has no idea how to get it down on paper. Long story short, the short diagnosis here is that Sean is suffering a condition called poor mind-page connection. And he's asking us for some advice on how to improve the skill or this ability to connect your brain to the page, and in turn fall in love with the process of writing a little bit more. So, as someone who's been teaching this kind of stuff as a part of my newsletter as well as this channel for the last 7 to 8 years, I got a great solution for this kind of poor mind page connection, and it is called the micro essay. So I have to give some major credit to a dear friend of mine, and also I consider him as a co-worker in the space of teaching or publicizing the humanities to a general audience, Dr. Paul Musso. He's built an incredible philosophy school on Substack, and one of his ideas is basically, instead of treating philosophy as something intimidating, you should break it down into a micro chunk that you can learn one day at a time, and in turn to create your own micro philosophy. And a micro essay is not any different. Instead of treating writing as this complicated thing that you have to spend hours doing, a micro essay is simply a 500 to 700 word essay that explains one idea, just one, really well. In fact, if you jump on my newsletter, A Mug of Insights, which is kind of like the engine that powers this whole house, and they all follow the structure. I always start with a problem in my life, and I would introduce an idea that shines a new light on a problem, and at the very end of the essay, I'll write about how I'm approaching the problem now that I've learned this new idea. Because the micro essay at the end of the day, it's all about documenting your transformation. It's all about documenting how have the ideas that you've learned transformed the way that you're being in the world. And the clearest 3-act structure is to start with a problem in your life, introduce an idea that you've learned recently, and to re-describe the problem that you have hopefully solved using this new idea. Writing in this way introduces a very natural narrative tension, which is going to keep your readers gripped to find out the outcome. Whereas a lot of the unengaging writing that you read from the internet happens to disregard the structure. They just kind of read like mind dumps, right? There's no structure there, and for us as human beings, if there's no story or structure, we simply don't want to read it. So starting from today, keep your mind attuned to these 3-act structures. Have you encountered a problem recently? How did you solve this problem? And was there an outcome that you're happy to share with the class? Document this process in the micro essay structure: problem, idea, and how you look at a problem now that you've learned this new idea. And then let's move on to the second step of this daily writing practice, which is the 1 idea a week principle. Like I've said before, once you're attuned to this 3-act structure, you're going to start to see it everywhere in your life. For example, recently I went into a rabbit hole exploring typography, because some of the books that I read, it's not because the book is bad, it's just because the formatting is horrible. This took me into a 2-week-long rabbit hole. I was looking up kind of principles of typesetting. You know, what makes great typography great, and how does that influence your reading experience? So there I was starting with a problem. Some typesetting is infuriating to read, so I wanted to understand what makes good reading good, or what makes a well-formatted book so pleasant to read. And the ending of the essay is simply, what am I going to do, given that I already know all this theory about typography, which is I reformatted a lot of stuff on A Mug of Insights. I readjusted the font choice to make sure that it reads well to my subscribers. That is a very clear example of a micro essay. So as you go through your week this week, pick one idea that carries this 3-act structure potential. You know, has a clear problem, you have a clear idea to address this problem, and you can reasonably articulate your conclusion or your new perspective on this new problem, and sketch out a rough outline of this micro essay, let it brew in your brain, do some extra research if you need to, and now it's time to write it. A lot of people have this negative association with essays. They think it's got to be 2,000 words long, they think it's got to be 3,000 words long, including 3 references. Well, in reality, it doesn't need to be that long. And the beauty of practicing or attempting to write a micro essay every single week is that on average every day you only have to write about 100 words a day. And on the other hand, there's a better reason for writing in smaller chunks, because as we've established before, Writing is the highest form of thinking, so we shouldn't really expect it to be easy. In fact, the best writing is produced precisely when you feel like it's pulling your teeth out. You can have the best 3-act structure micro-essay planned out in dot points, but when you sit down to write it, it might still sound like crap. But this is where the rubber meets the road. And speaking of spending a bit of time every single day to improve the quality of your mind, today's episode was in turn supported and sponsored by Brilliant.org. I have a confession to make. I failed year 11 maths, and this is why in year 12 I switched to humanities and the rest of my life happened. And I am where I am now because of that. And over the last 8 years of experimentations, learning, and teaching the kind of stuff that I've learned to you guys, I have discovered that the best kind of teaching happens based on feedback. But in today's world, direct tutoring in mathematics and sciences are quite rare and quite expensive and logistically kind of a nightmare. Which is why recently I started using Brilliant.org's Koji Tutor to challenge myself to get to do some of the subjects that once have defeated me. And Koji as a tutor never gives you direct solutions. He encourages you to solve the problem yourself and in turn develop that strength of thinking that's necessary to solve more and more complex problems. In other words, this is a tool that I really wish that I had when I was struggling through year 11 mathematics, and maybe if I had this in high school, I didn't have to fail out of the course and maybe I'll declare a science major. So if you're an educator, a student who's currently struggling through their mathematics classes, or as a lifelong student who didn't have the luxury of excelling at mathematics or sciences in schools, Brilliant.org and Koji will become your best companions on this journey of learning. Try Brilliant.org and Koji for free and get 20% off of an annual subscription at Brilliant.org/RC Waldun or by scanning the QR code on your screen. Now, back to the video. The whole point of this daily writing exercise of 100 to 150 words to work towards a bigger idea of a weekly micro-essay is to strengthen your mind-page connection, and like any other strength training, it's gonna hurt at first. Your first attempt is gonna reveal all sorts of holes in your understanding of grammar, composition, and you're gonna start to doubt yourself. Do I even speak English, given that I'm so bad at composing paragraphs? But this is the fastest way for you to learn that easy reading. You know, stuff that sounds so painfully simple when you read it actually takes a crazy amount of work to write. It's also the fastest way for you to see where the holes are in your understanding of writing, in your understanding of composition, and you're in luck. I recently put together a 7-part email course completely for free on A Mug of Insight. So you just have to go type in your email address and it's going to send you 1 email every day to mend those basic holes in your composition. And also, given that our goal here is not to hate writing, you know, like Sean said, his ultimate goal is to create a love and appreciation for the art of writing. This daily routine needs to be small because yes, on one hand it's challenging, and on the other hand, we don't want to build it up into a big thing to the point where we can't even sit down to write in the first place. And moreover, writing in these micro chunks will allow you to see what you've written the day before in a new light. Sometimes you think you're in a great flow state, but then that second day is going to reveal to you maybe that writing that you thought was really clever just wasn't that clever. And vice versa, you could have a horrible day where you get down 150 words that sound like absolute shit, but then you read it again the next day, you think to yourself, this is actually pretty decent. And then you'll go back to rewrite something as you write new things. And then you revise that new thing that you've written. And in the writing trade, we call that editing. And as a lot of people who are in the writing trade will tell you, 80% of writing is in the editing. You know, it's not actually in the process of you throwing words up in the sky or just vomiting words out with your sheer brilliance. No, editing is what gives your ideas form, and editing is the process from which you'll train the quality of your thinking and your ideas. And in summary, the goal with this whole exercise that I'm sharing with you today, this daily writing exercise of writing 150 words a day of a micro essay that conforms to a 3-act structure, the whole goal here is to strengthen your mind-page connection. It is through looking for the idea, through planning the ideas, and through sticking with a consistent rhythm of writing that you'll strengthen that pathway of idea to the page. And just like any sorts of sports training is going to hurt at first, but one day it's not going to hurt as much. One day you find yourself waking up in the morning, having a brilliant idea, and you can finish that piece before breakfast is even done, because your idea in your mind and the page, it progresses at a one-to-one relationship. So you'll never have to stare at a blank page while not knowing what to write. So starting from tomorrow, step 1, Pick an idea that makes a great 3-act structure. Find an instance in your life where an idea has solved that problem and re-articulate what life is like after you've solved that problem with that new idea. And step 2, write 150 words every day and accept that it's gonna stink a little bit. Writing is the highest form of thinking, and if you want to train up your thinking, you have to embrace the muscle soreness that's going to come from you embracing the fact that you're practicing the art of thinking. And step 3, use this daily writing ritual to pinpoint where your writing needs work and mend the holes. Then again, free 7-day email course on my website. It includes 7 principles of clean writing that's really going to leave an impression on your reader. And over time, if you practice this consistently, writing will get easier. You'll stop second guessing every word that you put on a page, and you'll be able to handle longer writing projects in the future. And that concludes today's segment on how to develop one of the most effective daily writing habits. I hope that you have enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to leave me some comments on how you found this exercise. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.